that we give you a brief little update of what's going on outside right now. And some of you have already started to see or started to say that you've had some snow flurries try to populate into your areas. We've had some report in Appomattox as the snow's coming down. I saw some flurries earlier on today in for Bedford. We've had some reports of flurries over in the Roanoke Valley. So the moisture is starting to come in. Some of this, however, is evaporating before it actually gets down to the ground, as the air is still technically kind of dry. So we are going to have to moisten this air up a little bit more before we can start to see some of this really starting to kind of come down and kind of stick, kind of accumulate and whatnot. But you get the idea that we are starting to see that snow starting to come down now. And like I said, there's a lot of moisture associated with this. So if you're not seeing anything right now, rest assured you will. As the storm goes all the way back into Dallas, most of this is actually pretty not scattered. It's pretty much all widespread snow. And this is pretty interesting. I'm gonna take you up here into Maine because it's something I noticed. This is Canada, this is Maine, this is the international border. This purple shading is a winter storm warning. And now I'm going to take you all the way down into Texas because I show you this because, again, winter storm warning. This is Texas, that's the national border. This is Mexico. We've almost got winter storm warnings up from pretty much border to border, from Canada all the way to Mexico, with the exception of maybe just a tiny little sliver of Texas, not technically included in that. But that is a length of about 2,174 miles of winter storm warnings, pretty much expanding the country to give you an idea of just how expansive this system is. Here locally, everybody in the ABC 13 coverage area, and for that matter, the entire Commonwealth, is under this winter storm warning that goes until 1 o'clock in the afternoon on Monday. So as we take a look at Futurecast, this is today at 7. Moisture starts to come in. Moisture will overspread pretty much the rest of the area by around 9:30 tonight. Temperatures back into the teens and 20s. You do notice that the warmer air is starting to come in, which would change some of that snow over to sleet in our far southwestern counties, potentially as early as around 9:30 in the evening on Saturday. And watch that pink line because it just continues to move north as we go through the night tonight and into the day tomorrow. We expect the changeover here in for Lynchburg from snow to more of an ice sometime around 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning. And then once it does change over from snow until ice, we'll have scattered periods of sleet and freezing rain pretty much throughout the day on Sunday. So this is why we're concerned with that icing that we were talking about all the way through the week. This is not a great scenario where you have a lot of ice. Another thing I'll point out is if you look out towards the far western side of the screen, just Interstate 77 runs pretty much right through here. West of 77, it's possible tomorrow afternoon you could even see a changeover back to plain old rain, but I don't think that warmer air reaches central and south side Virginia until it's too late. The moisture's already out. We should be done with the moisture by around 9 o'clock tomorrow. However, the colder air will start to come in. Morning low temperatures on Monday only back in the 20s, and then we don't really get that much higher as we go through the afternoon on Monday, with temperatures still stuck back into the 20s. So here's the snow map. We still think 10 to 15 is a good estimate for areas pretty much north of Interstate 66. That's in northern Virginia. 7 to 12, pretty much north of Lynchburg. 5 to 9 in for Roanoke and Lynchburg, pretty much 460 points north. And then we did move the 1 to 3 inch category where we do think we see a little bit more ice. We did move that slightly a little further north. Here's a closer inspection of that. Pick out your hometown. We've tried to put as many of them on here as we can. In short, 460 is right through here. North of 460, or from 460 points north, we expect more snow, 5 to 9 to maybe even as much as a foot. And then south of the Stanton River, that's where we expect more icing to take place. This is where we could see 1 to 3, some places as much as 6, but we do expect more ice in these lighter shaded colors. That's again south of the Stanton River. But everybody gets snow, at least to start, and then most likely everybody transitions over to ice before it's all said and done. So everybody's getting snow, everybody's getting something in the way of ice. It's just a matter of how much. Travel, in short, discouraged, don't do it. You could probably get to where you need to be tonight before like midnight, but then after midnight, I would really get to where I needed to be before midnight for tonight. The short of it, just don't travel tomorrow. It's going to be a really cruddy day. Here's a look at the hour-by-hour forecast tomorrow. Widespread snow, sleet, freezing rain pretty much all day long. And then after we get past about 5, 6, 7 o'clock, the precipitation will shut off. Temperatures don't really get all that warm. The wind will be around too, so that'll make a cold day feel even colder. Just don't get outside tomorrow. These are not updated, so we'll go ahead and fast forward through that. And I don't have the 7-day up, so we won't show you that, but we will show you that at a later date. So hopefully that answered some of your questions. I'm sure we'll do more of these as we go. And of course, we've got a wide range of coverage for you tomorrow, starting in the morning with a special GMV, and then we'll do hourly cut-ins pretty much all day long for tomorrow. We're going to write a full wrap-up, full discussion up on the web or WSET.com right now, and we'll post all of this on Facebook as well. Hopefully you guys stay safe and try to enjoy some point. Oh, one other thing. I think I have it up here. Just for the purpose of the argument, I did move the storm scale to an 8. So it was a 7.5 yesterday. We did bump it up to an 8 today just to make it an even number. So hopefully you got your bread and milk. All right, that'll do it. We'll talk to you later, guys. Bye-bye.